Attractions Magazine, the show, every Thursday on YouTube. But you know, YouTube's open Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday as well. If you want the newest, the freshest, like, well, what's happening now? That'd be Thursday.
Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show.
We'll be bringing you the latest attractions news and information from around Central Florida.
Now on today's episode, we're bringing you highlights of the Great American Pie Festival and the Little Mermaid ride.
And we'll take you on a hard hat tour of Discovery Cove's Grand Reef, sneak a peek at Beast's Castle in the new Fantasyland.
And we'll be sharing a surprise at the Haunted Mansion and a whole lot more. Well, it's Boys Day here at the show, as you can see. Ready to go, man?
I'm ready, man. All right, well, hello everyone, I'm Mark Daniel.
And I'm Greg Hudson. We got a great show for you today, but just a quick reminder, we bring you the highlights of the news, but if you want more details on the things we cover, just go to our website, attractionsmagazine.com.
Yeah. Discovery Cove near SeaWorld is the best place to swim with dolphins, snorkel among tropical reefs, and explore underwater shipwrecks.
Yeah, and in June, they're going to be adding a new experience. It's the Grand Reef. Now, our show host Jessica recently took a hard hat tour to check out the construction progress. Check it out.
But come on in, let's take a look at this Grand Reef and I will tell you more about it, okay? So come on.
All right, we are here with Stuart Clark. Now, Stuart, what's your role here at Discovery Cove?
I'm the Vice President of Discovery Cove.
Very nice. We have the bigwig here, so you know all about Grand Reef. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
I can. You know, the Grand Reef is something we've been thinking about for, 5 or 6, 7 years, and it's been under construction for about the last year and a half or so, and now we're literally days away from putting our first water in the reef and just a couple months away from opening it. So really, if you take a look at the model here, this is a great way to kind of envision and see the reef. As you see in the design here, the non-swimmer, if you will, or the wader, can actually come up. So somebody can wade up to the edge of these deep trenches and watch their family members really enjoying some of these large, kind of deeper areas where they're filled with stingrays and fish. And then you'll also notice these pathways. We actually have a pathway that's going to come all the way around the reef, and it'll come across the bridges, and you'll be able to come around the reef. So even somebody who doesn't want to get wet, maybe grandma's with the group, or somebody in a wheelchair for part of the day or whatever, if they want to stay dry for a portion of the day, they can actually come around here and they'll be able to look over, experience some of the shark areas and some of the other deeper areas here. If you look, we were talking about the places that you'll kind of wade into and the pathways that lead up, but you'll be able to walk out on this center area, and this will actually be an island. So there'll be trees and palm trees and a couple even hammocks out here. Out here, this is taking on the shape of sort of an old fishing pier, an old fishing dock. So inside of the dock that's left, those will be lionfish inside of there. So you'll be able to swim up there. And then it kind of looks like the dock continues out. You can see that right behind you here, starting to go out where it continues on. And then in here, this area, this is actually where our Sea Venture program will take place. That's our helmet dive program. And you'll actually enter here and then start on your walk down. So you'll be looking into the shark area and then completing your walk, looking into lionfish, and then coming up right here.
When we looked at Sea Venture, one of the things that it captured and really intrigued me was the fact that it kind of captured something that I always dreamed about as a kid, and that was when you're thinking about 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea or Captain Nemo walking on the bottom of the ocean floor with a nautilus shell on your back. This is the closest experience you'll have to that. It's what I thought it would feel like as a kid. It's coming true, and we're actually walking along the bottom of the seafloor enjoying sea life.
Now, what's cool about these is that this actually delivers 3 times the amount of air that you would need, so you don't have to worry about being short of breath. There are handrails that you can hold on to, and you can walk the entire area. You don't even have to be a good swimmer, you just have to be a good walker, and you can still see everything that Grand Reef has to offer through their Sea Venture tour.
Well guys, as you know, we always like to keep you updated on things here at the show, and especially on the huge Fantasyland expansion going on at the Magic Kingdom.
As if by magic, almost overnight, the Beast's Castle rose above the construction walls last week.
Now Disney will be using their forced perspective technique, and it'll give the illusion of the castle sitting high on top of a mountain. When complete, Be Our Guest restaurant will be below the castle. Well, Disney Imagineers are hard at work in creating Ariel's Undersea adventure at Disney California Adventure Park. But because the inside of the attraction will be exactly the same in Fantasyland when it opens, we like to keep up with the progress.
Now check this out, Greg. Recently, they encountered another challenge. How to make Ariel's hair, which is technically out of the water, look like it's floating underwater.
Ooh.
Take a look.
Very excited to see the final figures. I think the team did a great job on it. A lot of people came together and pulled it off to really make these figures look lifelike. I think the guests will be very excited to see their characters come to life. Currently, we're working on the next iteration of her hair. Challenges for that is getting it to flow and really make it look lifelike. Some of the other challenges are keeping and maintaining the creative intent. We want Ariel to look like Ariel, and it's not about all the mechanism that's piled inside of her, although that's what sells it and lets her become the story, but that we have the creative intent and then she looks like Ariel at the end.
The Celebration Exotic Car Festival is a big hit each year. I mean, how could it not be with such cars as Ferrari, Maserati, Lamborghini, Lotus, Bentley, DeLorean, and more?
Actually brought the Bentley to the studio today, but anyway, these impressive machines lined the streets of the quaint town of Celebration last week as part of the festival, one of the largest in the country, really.
Oh, wow. And in addition to all those smoking hot machines, 100% of the net proceeds from their events go to Make-A-Wish and Special Olympics.
Very, very, very nice. Now, that's an event where everybody wins. Great job, guys.
While car lovers were enjoying the sights of the car show, pie lovers were lined up for the never-ending pie buffet at the Great American Pie Festival nearby.
And as part of this annual event, the American Pie Council, there really is one of these, I'm not making this stuff up, they hold its National Pie Championships.
Ooh.
Yeah, so these amateur pie makers, professional bakers, commercial pie companies from the US and Canada, they all participate.
Yeah, and besides all the pie you could ever possibly want to eat, Greg, there are many activities to enjoy. So let's join Kid Reporter Mindy as she takes us around the festival. You ready?
Let's do it.
Hey guys, I'm Mindy here in Celebration, Florida at the Great American Pie Festival. I got my wristband, so let's go inside to the never-ending pie buffet and eat some pie. Come on. So what do you take care of here at the Great American Pie Festival?
I take care of the tall orders.
What kind of pies do we have here?
Apple cranberry?
Is this one of your favorites?
Not really.
So what kind of pie are you eating?
Chocolate, key lime, pumpkin, everything.
Can I have some of that pie?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
I love sharing.
So much. All right, I'll see you later. All right, I'm here with the California raisins. So you having a good time at the pie festival? So now what are you eating?
Oh, actually, I'm not really sure what this one is, but it looks delicious.
Want me to test that for you real quick?
Absolutely, I would love for you to do that.
Okay, I'll be right back. When you got here this morning, were you a grape? So you're the chef of the royal wedding. What is that like?
Well, I'm not the chef for this royal wedding. I was a chef at the royal wedding for Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson.
Do you have any recipes of pie?
I do. In my book, Eating Royally, we have chocolate perfection pie, which was the Queen's favorite pie. And then also, it's not a pie, but in the book, chocolate biscuit cake is going to be the groom's cake at Prince William's wedding. How exciting is that?
That is really cool. So you're from the UK, but we're here in Florida right now. What is the weather like for you?
Well, I'm from the UK, but I live in Texas, so this is cool today for me. It's 91, 92 in Texas today.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I live in Dallas. I moved from the palace to Dallas.
That's cool, it rhymes.
Thank you.
Do you have poetry in your cookbook too? That pie looks really good. What is it?
This one is a chocolate caramel pecan pie.
Where did you guys find that pie?
Over there at the pie buffet.
Okay, I will see you guys later. So I see you guys are at the Great American Pie Festival, but you're eating ice cream.
Well, actually, this is not ice cream. What I just had, I finished. It is key lime pie on a stick dipped in chocolate. It's to die for.
So I've been trying to get the key lime on a stick, and I see you guys are all out.
That's right, yeah. Since it's frozen, we can only bring out 2 boxes every 15 minutes, and once they come, they go quick. So it's a very hot commodity, even though they're frozen. So it's kind of they're hot and they're cold, you know. So we got another one coming in about 5 minutes for you.
Okay, so you guys been telling me that and telling me that. So every 5 minutes I come back and they're still gone.
Yeah, you know, because you're not staying. Don't leave. Just stay right there where you are, and I'll be right back with some key lime pie for you.
Okay, here
All
I
right,
go.
is that a deal?
Yes.
All right, I'll be right back.
I'm waiting. Do you need a law enforcement background for this job?
Absolutely not, but I do know how to follow orders. I've been married for 45 years.
So I see you're waiting first in line for the key lime on a stick.
I am. Actually, my husband sent me over here to get this, and then I'm heading over there to try a different one. But we've heard from everybody it's fantastic, so I will wait.
Yes.
Before everybody else gets there?
Yes.
All right, well, come on. Let me put them down, and then you get yours, all right?
Okay, thank you so much.
Key lime pie on a stick covered in chocolate.
That is the best key lime pie on a stick that I have ever had.
Hi, can I have another one? Thank you. Haven't we seen you before? I don't think so. Thank you. I'm all right. Yes.
1, 2, 3, go! Go, go, come on! Let's go, I'm winner right here.
I destroyed it. This was awesome. 2011 Great American Pie Championship.
Yeah.
Thank you for the invite.
Thanks for joining me at the Great American Pie Festival. It's been a blast, but there's only 1 hour left, so I gotta go and eat some more pies. Hey, look, they just delivered more key lime pies on a stick. See you later.
Well, several of Orlando's top theme park designers, writers, and artists will be participating in this year's Entertainment Designer Forum on April 22nd at the Mad Cow in downtown Orlando.
Now, Mike Aiello, show director for Universal Orlando and writer-director for Halloween Horror Nights, will be the moderator. The panel of professionals will be discussing their styles, philosophy in designing theme park events, and the best part is, fans will be able to ask questions too.
I've got a few myself. Tell you that. Well, there will be a silent auction of some one-of-a-kind theme park memorabilia, including Halloween Horror Nights collectibles, and the event raises money for the American Cancer Society Relay for Life in honor of Stephanie Gerard.
Last week, we reported about a unique charity event taking place during April that brings together theme park fans from across the world.
Yeah, and spokesperson Neil Patrick Harris, he's actually a big theme park fan himself, he explained how theme park change works. Now, fans are asked to give up one thing they would normally enjoy during a trip to the park, like a funnel cake, for example, and donate the cost of that item to a worthy cause.
Oh, now anyone donating $10 or more through Theme Park Change has a chance to win one of several exciting prizes, including a subscription to our own Orlando Attractions magazine.
Yeah, there you go. And the event was created by CoasterRadio.com, and show host Jessica had the opportunity to talk with Mike Collins of Coaster Radio.
We're here with Mike Collins from Theme Park Change. Mike, it's great to have you.
Great. Thank you guys so much for having us on. You know, I watch this show all the time, so it's kind of fun to actually be on the show. Pretty cool.
Well, it's great to have you here. Now, I have a couple questions for you about Theme Park Change. First, how'd you come up with the idea?
You know, we've been talking about doing a charity project on CoasterRadio.com for a long time, and it seems like now was the perfect time to do that. And we wanted to do a charity project that really brought together all of the different theme park fan communities, people who love Six Flags and Cedar Point and all the Disney parks, all the parks that are there in Orlando. And so we thought this would be the greatest time, especially in April, right as people are getting ready to go out to the parks where the weather's getting warm, and people hopefully could start thinking about giving to a great cause.
Excellent. Now, I have a question about your spokesman, Neil Patrick Harris. How did he get involved?
You know, that is an amazing thing because a couple months ago on our show, we started something kind of silly called the Neil Patrick Harris Project. And the goal of this whole thing was to get Neil, who is a gigantic fan of theme parks, to become the voiceover artist at the start of our show. And we did this thinking that it would never work, that he would never ever agree to do it, that he probably would never even hear our show. But it turns out he was actually a fan of the show already and already listening to it. So when we brought this idea to him about doing a charity project, he was totally behind it and was willing to be like the face of it. So when you go to themeparkchange.com, you actually see Neil Patrick Harris on the video that's there. It's pretty cool.
That is really cool. I saw the video. It's really neat to see him. I'm a big fan of him, of course. Now, with this charity, how did you choose this specific charity? And second part of the question, do you see this expanding to other charities in other parts of the country?
Well, you know, actually Neil was very instrumental in helping us choose the charity. When we started thinking about Theme Park Change, we wanted to find a charity where our donation would immediately have a gigantic impact. And so we called Neil and we said, you know, we're looking at all of these different charities, what do you think? And he said one that he had been working with was Project Angel Food in Los Angeles. And for anybody who doesn't know, they are a fantastic charity that makes over 700,000 meals every year for people who are sick with cancer and HIV, AIDS, and other life-threatening illnesses. And they manage to make all these meals and actually deliver them to the people. It's a fantastic cause. And also, I think that this is something that can expand year after year. Hopefully, this is just the first year of Theme Park Change, and that every single year we can come up with a very deserving charity that theme park fans across the country and across the world can help out.
Well, that's awesome. It's a great idea for a great cause. I want to thank you for talking to us today. And guys, at home, if you want to find out more, you can go to themeparkchange.com, and we'll also be keeping you updated on attractionsmagazine.com. So, Mike, definitely keep us updated on this. This is really cool. Again, thank you so much for being with us today.
Great, and thank you so much for talking about it here on the show.
So, join theme park fans in making a difference. Head to themeparkchange.com and donate now.
The spring edition of the magazine is here. Besides in-depth stories on the Disney Dream, Fantasyland changes, Universal Orlando attractions, and many others, there are sections like Vacation Planner, Versus, where we put attractions head-to-head, fun and games, and much more. The magazine is a great companion to our weekly show to keep you up to date on Central Florida happenings. The new issue is available for purchase at our website, at your major favorite bookstore, and in our free iPad app any day now. Those of us who love the magic of Disney also enjoy delving into the fantasy worlds of fairies, pixies, and other such places.
Yeah, and Disney recently released this video capturing the essence of a tiny world that few are privy to, actually, the miniature train garden at the Germany Pavilion in Epcot.
All right, well, let's virtually ride the train for a special tour around the village. And if you look closely, you're going to see that it's decorated for the Flower and Garden Festival.
Ooh. Well, Disney recently had a groundbreaking ceremony for their first theme park in mainland China. The Shanghai Disney Resort is slated to open in 5 years.
And at the ceremony, Bob Iger, president and CEO of the Walt Disney Company, said, and I quote, "Our Shanghai resort will be a world-class family vacation destination that combines classic Disney characters and storytelling with the uniqueness and beauty of China," end quote.
This is a defining moment in our company's history. Along with our partner, the Shanghai Shendi Group, today I am very proud to announce the official launch of the Shanghai Disney Resort.
And now, we invite you to join us as we celebrate a once-in-a-lifetime dream come true, the official commencement of construction of Shanghai Disney Resort.
Well, friends, now it's time to look at some upcoming events. Beginning this week, pin trading fans and Vinylmation collectors can register for the Florida Project Trading event. That's going to be held September 9th through 11th in World Showcase at Epcot. And this event will kick off Walt Disney World's 40th anniversary celebration with a nostalgic look back at its beginning. Also, Jack Hanna, also known as Jungle Jack, is returning to SeaWorld April 29th through May 1st. Now, Jungle Jack is recognized the world over, really, for his deep knowledge and support of wild animals and also wildlife conservation. Now, he'll introduce guests to exotic and endangered animals during a special shows, exclusive up-close encounters. And one of my favorite things, you guys know this, the ASA Sports World Tour will be at Busch Gardens this weekend for a Ramp Jam event. The world's best pro skateboarders, BMX riders, and inline skaters are going to be there. While over at ESPN Wide World of Sports, they're hosting the VEX Robotics World Championship this weekend. Listen to this. This competition, it's one of the largest robotic programs in the world, really, with more than 2,500 teams from 20 countries playing in more than 200 tournaments each year. Crazy stuff. Also coming up this weekend, the Beach Boys are going to be performing on Saturday at Universal Studios' Mardi Gras Concert Series. While Juice Newton takes the stage at Epcot's Flower Power, and also at Epcot, HGTV star Patty Moreno, the Garden Girl, will be presenting a class on gardening with your kids, so that could be a lot of fun. And you can find more details by searching attractionsmagazine.com.
It's great. What's your favorite pie?
My favorite pie?
Yeah.
Well, this year I would say the key lime on a stick.
Oh, yeah, I just had that. It was awesome. Awesome with a capital A and aw. Very good.
Because of two new Disney movies, Cars 2 and Winnie the Pooh, being released this summer, characters at Disney's Hollywood studios are moving, arriving, and some will be leaving.
Yeah, beginning May 16th, in honor of his new movie, Winnie the Pooh will be meeting and greeting guests at the Magic of Disney animation, and he'll be taking the place of Lotso.
Now, Lightning McQueen will be getting his new Cars 2 look and replacing Herbie in the Lights Motors Action Extreme Stunt Show in June.
And there are several other changes and shifts with the characters at the studio, so check out the detailed list on our website.
Now check this out, Greg. We've saved a special treat for the end of our show. If you're one of those of us who like seeing how things work, you know, those behind-the-scene thingies, you'll enjoy our closing video.
Yeah, listen to this. Producer Matt was riding the Haunted Mansion, and it stopped near the end of the ride. The lights came on, and the guests had to leave.
Now, even though he didn't get to see the new hitchhiking ghost jump into his Doom buggy, he did get to see something very unique.
Now, we don't want to ruin it for those of you. We don't want to spoil the magic for our fans, so we're going to run the video after the close of the show. But if you'd like to see the dark rides with the lights on, stay tuned.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in to another broadcast of Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show.
And there are several ways you can see our show and follow our news reports on YouTube in HD.
On iTunes, where you can subscribe.
On Twitter @Attractions.
And on Facebook.com/AttractionsMagazine.
And of course at AttractionsMagazine.com, where you can get more information on the stories that we highlight on the show. You can sign up for free weekly email newsletters and a whole lot more.
Yep, and from all of us here at Orlando Attractions Magazine, the show,
have fun!
Have fun.
Now the weekend's coming, me and the kid, we're itchy. We gotta find some place for us to go. So Mom, she packs the bag, she does all the dishes. And then Thursday we look at Attractions Magazine, the show. We find Mindy talking about what's happening out there, with her beautiful eyes and her princess hair. I mean, she looks like a princess. Check. I'm sitting there and I'm wondering where to go. Mindy's got a lot of great ideas. Attractions Magazine, the show. Maybe as your weekend's rolling, as you're getting started, let me see, you could hit Disney or maybe go out have a weekend at Busch Gardens. There's Universal Studios. Mindy hits them all on Attractions Magazine, the show. nothing to do, you're lying and you know it's true. There's always someplace cool where you can go. So take a lesson, folks, from me. Every Thursday, get on YouTube and find Mindy on Attractions Magazine, the show. There is no excuse for sitting home and being bored. You kids, turn off the TV, get some sunshine, hang out with Mindy and me. And every Thursday, get ready for your weekend with Attractions Magazine, the show. All right, don't sit home.
Yeah, it is her.
I see your videos on YouTube all the time. I'm like obsessed with them. I'm like, what? What? Attractions did that? How'd they get there? How did they get there? And they are everywhere you want to be.